Hey everybody, my name's Julia with WNC Real Estate Photography, and I am just creating a really quick and simple video to show you guys what a Matterport tour is. Maybe you've heard the term, maybe you've seen one on Zillow, but maybe you're not exactly sure how to use it or why it is such a great tool. So I'm just going to dive in, spend about 5 minutes explaining these things so you can learn a little bit more about Matterport 3D tours. All right, so here I just have a test property, 123 test in Asheville, North Carolina, and this is exactly what it looks like to people on the other end. They'll see a play button presented by name and information and address up here in the top left. And of course, that's for the branded. There is an unbranded version which does not have presented by and just gives you the address. Okay, so when you first get in here, you see a lot of things. Obviously, a lot of things have popped up. So the first thing is there is this little help button, and I really like that. A lot of people really like that because at first, if you've never used this tour, it could be confusing. So the first thing I say is tell your clients, hey, if you have any trouble using the Matterport, the bottom right has a quick little help button, and they can just read around and it tells you. Click and drag to look around the space. You can use your arrows on your keypad or your mouse. And so that's basically what this page is telling you. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that we see here at the bottom what we call the highlight reel. And the highlight reel is basically just a pre-programmed tour of the home so that if the user on the other end doesn't want to have to tour the home themselves and use their mouse or use their arrows, they can just hit this play button here and it actually will just take them right through the home based on the Matterport technician and how that got set up. Okay, so I'm not going to play this whole house for you. I just wanted to show you that feature. So I'll pause that there, but it goes through the entire house. And then when you pause it, this comes back up again just to show you and remind you, rotate, move, play, how that actually works. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of show you a few things within the tour, some of the best and most useful features, and then you guys can kind of click back over to the article, to the blog, and read a little bit more in depth about these things as well. Okay, so the first thing, which you've already seen me using, are these little dots on the floor. These are these spots from which the actual scans were taken. Okay, so the Matterport technician who goes out will pick spots and say, okay, I'm going to put my tripod here and I'm going to hit go. And when it does that, it creates a scan or a position within the home. So those are all over the floor. If you don't like using your mouse, specifically since this video is probably more for agents, you can use your keypad as well using those arrows. So it's really up to you however you want to navigate it. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to use my arrows just so you guys don't see a cursor moving all over the screen over and over again, or at least as little as possible. So as you go through the house, you'll see the circles. That's how you navigate. The next thing you guys have probably noticed are these little colorful dots, if you will, that I have over here. These are actually called matter tags. And really, they're just a title and a description telling people something about whatever the thing is that you attach them to. So these can be placed anywhere in the home and they can have information, videos, additional images. They can hyperlink to other websites. So for instance, these countertops, custom stone countertops added in 2019, super easy to clean. If you wanted to show the value of those, if they had just recently been put in or something like that, you can actually just add a hyperlink right to where you purchased them so people can see exactly the quality of them or what have you. So that's a really cool feature, matter tags. You have to ask your Matterport technician to put these in. So if you get the finished Matterport product and they're not in there, the person receiving the product, can't actually add them unless you have been added as a collaborator. So if you haven't been added as a collaborator and you don't know how to do this yourself, which you probably don't and you probably don't want to learn, then just talk to your Matterport technician. They can go in after the fact and add in as many of these as you want them to add in throughout the house. Okay, so I have some just to show you guys, but you definitely can put in as many as you want, or if you don't like them, you don't have to put any in. All right, so real wood floors, multiple living spaces. Okay, so again, I'm not going to go through the whole house. I just want to show you some of these key features that we have here. The next thing I want to show you guys is this dollhouse view. This is to help potential buyers just really get a feel for the house and a layout of the house. Okay, so it doesn't always look super pretty. This one actually ended up looking pretty nice. Sometimes it looks prettier than others. But what this shows, like for instance here, is what is directly above the garage. Okay, so you can see photos on a website, and really, yes, a floor plan as well will help. But this really puts into perspective very easily, in my opinion, for buyers to see, okay, there's a bedroom and another bedroom. That's what's above the garage. And then if I go over here, I can see this bedroom is above the main living space. And then I have some bathrooms over here and the other bedroom on this side over the dining space. Okay, so this just really gives you a visual of how everything in the house lines up. Of course, a floor plan could do the same thing, but it's not quite as interactive or, in my opinion, as intuitive as this is. This just really clearly shows you where everything is, every single corner of the house. Also has a floor plan view. This is kind of similar to the dollhouse, but it just shows you from above in a flat level, not with the 3D. And so floor 1, that's the bottom level, and then floor 2, that's the top level. So you can put, one or the other up, or this, which just has all of it up. All right, so the next thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is the measurement mode that the Matterport tour has. You can look down here at this toolbar that we've been using, and it's the last thing there. It says measurement mode. When you click that, it gets a little darker in the screen, and you have this little plus symbol that comes up. So really, this can be used to measure anything within the house. The added value that most realtors are getting out of it is for prospective buyers to be able to measure furniture, if artwork is going to fit on a wall, or even to verify the size of a refrigerator, the size of doorways, different things like that. Okay, so really it can help you with tons of different things, but I'm just going to show you a few practical uses today, so you can, start to see what it can be used for. Okay. So first thing I'm going to show you is this couch. I thought that this house was staged really well. So in my mind, if I'm a prospective buyer and I really love the staging, I might want to be able to stage it similarly, or at least know the size of the furniture in the house. Okay, so I go over here, I'm going to click one side of the sofa, go all the way down and click the next, and it tells you what to do when you're done with that measurement. It says press escape to start a new line, press escape twice to exit. So I'm going to hit it once because I don't want to exit. And then the next thing I'm going to do is actually go to a second spot. Okay, so I don't just want to trust that one measurement because, as you can see here, we didn't make it all the way to the end. So I'm going to re-click it again. And there is, you see that there's a blanket here, so it's kind of hard to see exactly where it ends, but we can look and kind of say, okay, we know it's a little further out than that. Probably goes about to there, because the back went out a little further on the side, you see there, than the cushion. Okay, so somewhere around there. Not perfect. It's not a perfect science, this measurement mode, but it is very accurate, and really can help. So now we know this couch is 5 feet 3 inches long. And now I know that if I want my couch to feel similar, that's about the size I need my couch to be. I'm just going to show you a ceiling height one real quick, just so you can get a second example. This one may be a little bit more practical. Okay, I'm walking through the house online and I'm curious, what is the ceiling height? I can't really tell what this little nook is. So I'm going to go in here, go into my measurement mode. I'm going to find the ceiling, then I'm going to come here, I'm going to find the floor, I'm going to hit escape. And you can zoom in and out so that you can, really make sure these are accurate. And then, of course, as you guys saw, got a little carried away there. As you guys saw, when you go into this plus mode, it brings up this circle of showing you so you can more clearly see exactly where you're putting it, okay? So it does give you a little bit of help in guiding you, and you really want to use that, okay? You don't want to just say, oh, well, that's Oh, close enough. It's on the ceiling. And okay, close enough. It's on the floor somewhere. Okay, cool. That's good. Because obviously that is a very different answer than this accurately put together and straight line of the measurement we have on the right. Okay. While we're on that, great segue. The next thing that's important is that you do keep these lines straight. Okay. So as you guys know, probably from math way back in the day, if you're thinking of a triangle, right? The hypotenuse, the third angle, is longer than those other two angles. So if you're doing a measurement at a diagonal, you're going to get a longer measurement than if you're doing it at a straight line, on a straight line, okay? So when you go in here to measure walls, it's the same way. If I'm up here on the ceiling, I don't want to come down here to the floor, right? Because it's diagonal. You're not getting an accurate measurement. You want to keep it as straight as possible. Of course, once you get to the floor, you can straighten it out a little bit yourself, but keep it straight. And I like to use other things in the Matterport to help me. So like in this instance, you see the, I think maybe it was a doggy door or something like that, but you see that there. So I can kind of line it up thinking that's a straight line. Click that and hit escape. And now I see, okay, the ceilings over there are 8'1" and the ceilings over there are 6'6", and my couch still the same, okay? So you can leave all of these up. It only shows it to you. It does not save these within the Matterport. And yeah, so that's just one example. Just wanted to kind of show you guys that mode. It really can be helpful in determining quick measurements, you know, before you've seen the property or after you've left the property. All right, so that's actually all I have for you. Just wanted to show you those basic functions that you have down here in that toolbar, how you use Matterport, what a Matterport is. So hopefully you have gotten all of those things from today's video. And again, there is some additional information in the blog that goes into a bit more detail. So if you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, I hope that I can be of assistance to you again in the future. Have a great day.